Hey, good morning. Hey, Mom, how's it going? Good morning, everybody who is here watching this. I did not promote this thing beforehand, so it could be a little smaller numbers. I apologize. I got super busy this week. Lots and lots going on. Getting ready for the Shady Burrow Enduro and working on the new house and all that good stuff. Mama, I love you so much. If you are new here, you're watching this on replay, you're like, what the heck is this podcast, this gospel of two wheels? What the heck's going on? It is our weekly show where we talk about dirt bikes. I answer questions. You ask questions. We give each other a hard time. What's up, Bruce Kennedy? Um, you make ridiculous comments. We drink coffee together. Yeah, we just generally get together and connect over dirt bikes. So if you're, like I said, watching this on replay, maybe hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. It's every Thursday at 7:30, live from Montrose, Colorado, or wherever we are. Dad, son, what's happening from Kremling? Oh, right on, man. We were just up, sort of, kind of in that area a couple weeks ago, up in Casper, and then Craig. Anyway, it's kind of close there. How's it going, Dad? I love you. Um, Get Risky's back. What's happening, man? Um, Roger Hurt from Wet AZ. Nice, dude. Oh, it's been so good around here. It has been raining pretty much, I don't know, it's pretty much every day. It's a legit no mess around monsoon season. So it's been awesome, which is going to make the Shady Burrow a really interesting race. Quick note for all of you: Mark Payne, what's happening? Wayne Leonard, what's happening? Ooh, you're going to be riding the plateau next week. Nice. Jeff Benton, what's happening? Yeah, Dad, perfect. The My kids got me this for Father's Day a couple years ago. So the Shady Burrow. Here's the deal. It was supposed to. It's come this coming weekend. Everything was good. Then it started absolutely pouring rain in South Fork in that area of all of Colorado, but that area really got hammered. And then right before the race, just 3 days ago, 4 days ago, they um, were getting so much rain that it was flash flooding on the trails that we're going to use for the race. And the Forest Service actually revoked the permit for Judd. They said, we can't do this. We can't have all these riders. I mean, it's going to completely ruin these trails. We can't afford to fix them anyway, which honestly, arguably, I get it. Like, I get it. I saw videos of just rivers running down trails, which are already messing the trail up, but then you throw 350 riders out on it. Anyway, so I understood. It completely made sense. But that was going to put Judd in a serious situation financially. Bad anyway. But they canceled. Well, they postponed it. It was off. I made different plans to go ride, whatever. And then the Forest Service. I'm guessing Marvin Hatton. I don't know if Marvin ever watches these things. He's on Facebook. He's a friend of ours, longtime Forest Service guy over there in the South Fork area. I think he probably went to bat and said, we can do this. We can fix these trails. We'll just get Judd to commit. Anyway, they got it. It's back on. We're going racing. I'm so excited. It's going to be a gnarly one because there's a ton of water. Things are slippery. I may not have the right tires on the bike. I've got they're brand new X31s, brand new shiny sharp. So they're at least good. But I definitely am thinking I wished I had gotten a real gummy tire for that. But anyway, whatever. We'll see. It's going to be awesome. And Dad, I wish I could send it that way. We just had a pretty good storm here in Michigan yesterday. Blue skies today. Nice. Yeah, it's beautiful here. That's the thing. When the monsoons happen here, which they, supposed to happen every year, but whatever. Climate change. Well, I shouldn't air quote. The climate is changing. I just don't know that it's our fault. And I don't think we have enough data to say it's our fault. But the it rains every afternoon, and it's really awesome. Mojave Mike, what's happening? Good to see you guys here. All you guys that are watching right now, thank you so much for remembering and joining us, even though I didn't promote this thing on Facebook like I normally do and all that good stuff. But anyway, I haven't said this actual opening in a while. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, number 193, I think is what this is, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are thankfully absolutely ridiculous. So What do you guys want to talk about today? Other than the Shady Burrow, I got a video dropping today at like I think it's 4:15. I don't know, 4-ish today on called "The Road to the Burrow." It's prepping my 300, getting it ready to go. Counter shocks, Nate. I will. I got, and I'll be able to go fast this weekend. I was able to get the counter shocks back onto my motorcycle. I got the chainsaw off, chainsaw mount off, all that, and got the counter shocks back on there. So, Nate, I'm going to do my best to go fast. I got 2 days of gnarliness. Set up some roll offs. Yeah, I've got tear offs, roll offs. I got everything ready to go. So, every option for keeping clear vision, like the Adam one-on-one Q&A. Yeah, Bruce, I thought that was cool. I'd like to do more of those. If you guys, that'd be cool. If anybody here has seen this, oh yeah, and Son, that is a nice YZ. It's been here forever. It's done, finished. The guy just hadn't picked it up. It's a 2022 YZ250 that we full TBT revalve suspension. Just put a Henson clutch basket, every full Henson clutch in it. Yeah, a bunch of other cool shiny parts. Anyway, it's awesome. Let's talk about my throttle control. Oh, Mark Payne, about which, like, the whole smoothness of the thing in the video I was talking about, or what I need to do coming up, because yeah, Roger, yes, they do let us use tear-offs in the forest, so I'm not sure how we get away with that. Mark Payne, yes. So my throttle control, let's do. Got a 250 FX. Ooh, those are nice. Son, those 250 FXs are sweet. So my throttle control, let's talk about that on that ride. Let's just talk about my throttle control in general. I don't have the best throttle control, which is why one reason I absolutely have to have a normal clutch and a clutch lever, because I have to be able to disengage the clutch when I whiskey throttle things, because my throttle control's that great. Part of the reason that throttle control is not great, it's not all of it, definitely not. I mean, it's all my fault anyway. Is I broke this wrist. Anyway, scaphoid's broken. It's still broken right now. It's whatever. I never did heal it. And so it's not the best that way. Also, I just never learned to do that. So I've been working on it. I kind of have forgotten about it recently. I haven't really paid attention to it too much. And Mike P, South Fork, what's up? I've kind of dropped off, because for a while there I was really focusing on it, and I got better. In general, it's better than it was before I started working on it. But I need to work on it, and actually I'm going to really be focusing on it this weekend at the Shady Burrow, because it's going to be slippery, it's going to be wet, and I'm going to be on my 300, which I can smooth that out. Like, it's easier to smooth my 300 out than my 125. 125 just takes so much RPM to move it that it was tough. Bruce Kenny, I got such bad arm pump once. My throttle arm would twist on its own. It was spooky. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. If you arm pump gets bad, sometimes you're just, I mean, yeah, whatever. It's bad. Roger Heard, 125s only have one throttle position. That's true. I should just get used to and be used to just holding it open, just tape it open, and then just work the clutch with my left hand. But yeah, being smooth is one of those things I really need to work on. And in the video, if you guys haven't watched it, I talked with Adam about how it's it really makes a huge effect on the chassis and the suspension when you if you smooth that throttle out. It makes the suspension work better. Just calms the chassis down, and makes the whole thing a lot easier. I did have a guy actually comment on that video. It was interesting. And I didn't think about this, and I because I've seen bikes on dynos, but anyway, he had a point, because in the video I talk about how when the sprocket twists, it loads the shock. I think I'm wrong about that, because he mentioned when you watch a dyno video of a bike on the dyno, when they rev it up, the seat goes up, which would mean that it's doing the opposite of what I was thinking. So I'm gonna do. Hang on, I gotta do all chat. Hang on, live chat. There we go. So I don't miss anything. And Roger heard, yes, I have the laminated. I just saw that. I have the laminated ones for my goggles. I'm excited. So yeah, on a dyno, if you watch a dyno, you'll see it. The seat raises, and I've actually used a dyno before when I was in school, so I didn't even think about that. So I'm trying to figure out how that works, why that happens. Cannot rise under. So I know it can't rise. So, but so I've been thinking about this, Bruce. That's a good question, and I guess so. Here's the thing: regardless of what the forces are, like whether it's lifting or anyway, regardless of that, it's changing it, right? Like the takeaway is that when you twist the throttle, it changes it. What is up, Jimmy Neidhart? How's it going, man? The so many wet kisses. The I love you guys. So when you twist the throttle and when you come off the throttle, it's changing the chassis. Squats under load on the dyno. There you go. So ZX14. Um, the chain torque. So I like in my brain, it makes sense that when you twist this, it's going to want to pull this up, right? It's going to want to do that. So that in my mind, that's how that would work. But a tire growth from centrifugal force counter check. Is it really though? Is it that? Because you can watch it, it raises quite a bit. It might be. I don't know. Any like this is actually an interesting thing, and I need to talk to an engineer and figure out. But again, the takeaway is that when you torque that chain and then release that torque on the chain, it upsets the chassis, and it's pretty. Is it only? Yeah. Is it only? I guess yeah. Because I mean, on the street, there's definitely everything squats. So, yeah. Anyway, like in my brain, it makes sense that it would load it like lift up on it, which would then drop the back and I mean you watch cars take off, they squat and like I said, either way doesn't really matter what's going on physics wise, except for the fact that it is changing it and if you off and on the throttle, it's going to upset it. Um, the Roger, why did you grab a handful? Right, yeah, because that pulls it up, but that's the spinning of the wheel, not the shot. Anyway, I don't know. I can't tell you. But yeah. So guys, right now, I hate to say this, but I have to use the restroom. So I will be right back. Enjoy these bikes. Too much coffee. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sometimes the poop comes, and yeah. So, let's see. I know, Roger. No bathroom breaks. Sorry. The uh, potty break for everyone. Yes. 2A James, it's good to see you. My mom, totally. Grab a handful and did so. Anyway, um, is that a black and white fork guards on the YZ? No. Oh, they're black fork guards. Yeah, there are black fork guards on the YZ. Who already got those? I think those came on it. I don't think he's done anything. Counter checks. That's actually not a first. I've had to go to the bathroom before. The everything's good. Sorry, guys. Super unprofessional, but like there's an awesome coffee shop in Crested Butte called Camp 4 Coffee, and they have a sweet hat that I never did buy, but maybe I will if I ever get back over there. When they're open, it says "Coffee makes you poop." It does. Anyway, but the get risky. Yeah, no, they're just both black. I think there's so and then Datsun Black's OEM now. I did wash my hands. I thought you guys could see it. Anyway, that's awesome. Oh, I love you guys. Oh yeah, my mom reminding us, hit the thumbs up if you're watching this live. You got to back out of the chat, click the thumbs up, and then come on back into the chat. So, Jimmy and I transfer weight to the rear after an hour of riding. Same here, which is why I don't know if I put that in the video or not with Adam, that I run less sag because I get tired and then and I end up in the back seat getting tired. And then I want the bike to still handle well. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, but like I said, the throttle control thing, Mark, back to your thing. Bruce Kennedy, have I ever had to poop in the middle of a race? I have. Well, the Baja 1000, yes, but never a short race. Jimmy Nyhart, no, I'm just a pro at going to the bathroom in the mornings. I'm real good, and fortunately, no tidy whities. Jeff Fitton, must be nice to poop that fast. So if you guys are watching this later, I apologize for the poop content, but actually I shouldn't apologize because that's the one. It's not the one thing. It's one of the few things that literally every human can relate to. You guys are rad. But back to throttle control for a second. It's super duper important. And Datsun, no, I don't use a different throttle cam. I've never done that. The throttle tamer, I've thought like on it. So on a 2-stroke, I don't worry about it because they don't have enough torque and they don't have that snatchy. We'll see with the new bike with the new fuel injection and all that stuff. But the new 4-strokes are real kind of snatchy, off on, just kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of hard to handle. And with all that torque, anyway. So yeah, they're a lot harder to deal with. But 2-strokes, on the other hand, if you just click a gear up, then it kind of levels it out. Even if you are a little bit ham-fisted like I am, it doesn't just light the rear tire up. So I don't run a different throttle cam. Like I said, we'll see on the new bike with the new TBI fuel injection. We'll see. Yeah, Datsun, the G2 transferred the 250. So again, FX is the Fs. They're really touchy. My 18 YZ 450 that I had, it was really hard to handle in the rocks because you'd hit things and it was, yeah, it was super hard. So I never did put a tamer on that because I sold the bike. It was a rental and I rode it. I don't know. I probably put 5 hours on it. So happy Thursday, Enduro Solo. What's happening for us? How are you, man? So yeah, there you go. Throttle control, super important. Makes way more difference to the chassis than you think. So, I mean, way more. So make sure you guys, like, if you're really wanting to work on your speed and your control, work on making like it's either smooth on or off. And if you can stick with that, it's amazing how much better the bike handles. All right, what other questions you guys want to talk about today on this lovely Thursday morning? By the way, it is a lovely Thursday morning out there. It's cooling off. It's sort of, kind of, not really, but it's starting to, and it's like night times are getting really nice. What's your take on the best engine cleaner? I'm getting ready to clean this KX motor. Is nasty, but I do have a parts cleaner, but just not sure what to use to make it look new again. Get risky. If you want to make it look new, get it to someone who can vapor blast it for you. Hands down, the parts cleaner is not going to do it. No chemical that I know of is going to do it that well. Vapor blasting, my buddy Mike, he's working on a head right now. I took off with that that little KLX 140 is right there. That ate that screw from uh, the throttle butterfly, the choke butterfly. It anyway. Having him do that, it's amazing. Mark Payne going to the mountains riding this weekend, so I'm going to work on the right hand. Hey, yeah, dude, just Mark, just the way the buddy of mine that pointed it out to me through my videos, he's like, just think about it like a mechanic. Like, try to think about everything you're doing like a mechanic, where you're sitting on the bike, what it's doing to the thing, and just like really focus on it. So I've I found that when I do the best, I try to only think about that, because if you start thinking about other things like your braking and body position and all that, you'll forget about actually all of it. That's how I do it, because it all just goes away and just go riding, which is fun too, right? I mean, we don't all. It's not always about just improvement, improvement, improvement. It should be about fun too, um, and of course there is fun in improvement. But anyway, I I just try to like focus on one thing at a time when I go ride. And so, yeah, Mark, pick a day or pick a half hour or hour of your ride and just do that. You'll be amazed, honestly. My mom is a chilly 102 today. That's brutal. Oh, mama. Um, Girlfriend went to drain her oil on a 21 150 KTM. Said her drain plug turns both ways, but will not come out. What? That's weird, Bruce. That my guess is, oh man, I don't know. I've never seen that happen on a KTM. Um, there, Datsun, there's two drains on a 150, because the 150 is just a two-stroke, man. There just should just be one motor oil drain. So, um, but that's spins both ways. It won't come out. I don't know, man. It must be stripped. The aluminum, that's bad. That's no good. Yeah, I don't even know. And the coil is definitely in the future for sure. So, Datsun, where's the second drain? I'm interested. I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing. But man, I've never seen two. Um, with the big plug on the bottom of the cases for facing down. Jimmy Neihart, you're the best. Super Trooper and Street King Adventures. What will you attach your fuel can for the Shady Burrow in relation to maybe a backpack, snacks? Oh, miscellaneous says, ooh, good. That's a great question. So what? Like, so we're gonna have fuel cans out on the course, so we can get gas mid loop for the day. And he's asking what I'm gonna put on there. So there'll be spare goggles, spare gloves. I'm gonna have some energy gel things. I show them in the recent video. It's this. I get them from nsngfoods.com. It's Vinny Tortorich. It's a thing. Anyway, whatever. Those and probably some water. A couple water bottles will be what I put on there. That's on. Thank you. Let me know what those two drains are, because my 300 definitely only has one, but I'm not saying that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't know where or why you'd need two drains on a two-stroke. That doesn't make any sense. And Bruce, you had two, so you had one on the brake side. That again, that's funny. We actually don't do a ton of oil changes here, because I try to, as you guys know, you're here on my YouTube channel, I do my best to teach people how to work on their bikes. And that's one of the things I really think people should do themselves and often. Have you worked on Honda's next gen 450 engine? If so, is it decent? Waiting on them to update the X model, supposed to have a bunch of improvements, more power. I have not. I have not worked on a new Honda. I mean, other than tires. That's it. Like brand new Honda, we've done a bunch of tires, but that's it. I think those things are good though. I don't know. I haven't been, like I said, we haven't done a ton. They don't sell a ton of them around here in this valley. It's mainly like a KTM Yamaha valley. Davis has the Hondas. They just don't sell a ton of them. But they, anyway. Mark Payne. It's so when one strips out, you can change the oil. That's awesome. I got about 5 ounces on the right side. It's a low cavity below kicker. There you go. I mean, it makes sense. Well, and on, so actually, it's interesting. Air cleaners on Hondas are stupid, by the way, Roger. It's interesting why KTM and they don't put the freaking drain bolt on the like right on the bottom, the lowest point. Like, doesn't make any sense why they put them on the side like that. I really, I mean, just anyway, I don't know because I mean Yamahas are down there, everything else is down there. It makes no sense to have. I mean, I could see why you'd need two, I guess, to have one on once anyway, whatever. But seems a little bit ridiculous to me. If you don't want to move the skid plate, Jimmy Neihart might get sheared off, except for you should have a skid plate on the thing. I mean, I guess if you don't want to run a skid plate, that is nice. It's handy. And Bruce says, nice if you don't want to move a skid plate. Fair, but you probably, if you really don't want to get oil on the skid plate, you should just take it off anyway because it's gonna get on there. Or like every other skid plate, even the ones skid plates with for bikes that have the drain on the side, it's got a hole in the skid plate right there, which that hole you can't shear it off because it's not, nothing. I guess some weird, crazy thing, something can come through that hole straight up. You'd have to be falling straight down for that to happen, and not. So anyway, I'm not, whatever. I don't really care where the drain bolt is. It just is. It seems to be better to have it anyway. Whatever on the bottom. I don't know. And again, I'm always going to have a skid plate on there. And even if I were a moto guy, I'd have a glide plate covering that thing up so it doesn't get hit. But, Jimmy Neihart, when are we going to see you out west again? Also, are you coming to the Gold Rush, Jimmy? It's the first weekend in November. You should. You need to. You have to. Anyway, be awesome. So and Bruce, KTM must be different. Yeah, betas, I mean, it depends on, like I said, I don't change a lot of beta oil. We have a few betas around here. I'm trying to think of the last one I've changed oil on. But I don't remember. I don't know. But aren't the, yeah, there you go. Jimmy Neihart, this is for you. Think muffins from my mama. She shed done. I'll pack now. Yes, Jimmy Neihart, you can come out. You can, like, if you can camp, you can come on out right now because the she shed is not done. The new giant. I think that's absolutely what we should call the shop is the she shed. He's so good. Oh, your beta is underneath. There we go. It should be. That's awesome. So, and like I said, KTM's the two strokes are always on the side. The four strokes, they have one side one with a screen, and then they have a back one that's the lowest point. Makes sense. Page 136, service mail. One drain, you said one behind brake pedal. There you go. Good to know. I gotta look at my 125. Dat son. It's not an I. It's a carbureted. And what up, Jeremy Mullen? How's it going, man? And see if I've missed one because I've always been taking it off the left side where the shifter is. So I gotta check and see if I've missed a drain plug this whole time. You should see what you have to do for oil change on a 60. Oh, dude, Bruce. Yeah, it's whatever. That and the old 990s was epic. so much to do. I can understand why you'd be confused at, son. It seems a little bit silly. Jeremy Mullen, that YZ250 is an awesome bike. Honestly, I have to admit, every time I look at it, which is a lot because I push it in and out every day because the guy hasn't picked it up yet. I yearn a little bit for it because it's so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh. And it's set up just like I would like it. I'd probably it doesn't have a skid plate on, so that's no good. I put a skid plate on it and some hand guards and then go freaking rage that thing. Oh man, it's sexy. It's got RK Tech head, all kinds of stuff done to the carburetor. Anyway, whatever. November is the anniversary. I got to work on my baby mama so she don't get mad sitting in the dust watching my ride. You guys are awesome. Yeah, gas is coming down, baby. Let's get it down to 98 cents a gallon. That's not going to happen. This YZ. Oh yeah. Well, it's not my YZ, Bruce. So it doesn't need. Well, it could use that. They could do it. But also, I haven't got the new EE thing. I got to talk to those guys and see if they'll hook me up a little bit on the price on that. I mean, obviously, I'm a dealer; I get some discount, but I'll lean on them for maybe a little bit more. It'd be pretty sweet if they would help. But yeah, we're gonna get that set up. That new, by the way, Chillicothe Enduro Riders. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I just can't say thank you enough. I need to reach out on Facebook and like get a hold of you directly. I seriously, guys, thank you so much. If you guys don't know, they gave me a brand new MS-170 steel chainsaw, like to say thank you for what we do for the community. So yeah, that's huge. Thank you so much. Dart Mount again. Robbie Childs. Yeah, it's going to be a blast, dude. I can't wait to see you there. Well, so the problem with the Dart Mount, because what I want to do is set that, because that saw will work in my Dart Mount. I can just drop it in there. It's fine. The reason I want to do the EE is I want to, dude, Jeremy Mullen, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Just so you guys know, if you're new here, what Jeremy just did is he gave us some money, which is really, really sweet. And it says, have a coffee at break time. We will. Thank you so much. And by the way, quick, for all the locals, there's a new coffee shop, bakery, restaurant just down the road called Jireh, Jireh. Anyway, and which I believe means it's one of the names for God in Hebrew, or I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's awesome. But and they're amazing people and amazing coffee. I just got this, and I got a burrito sitting right there that I'm going to eat immediately after this is done. But anyway, that's what Jeremy did. He gave us some money. So if you feel inclined and you want to help us out, you feel like you've gotten some sort of value from our content on these morning shows, you can give us a tip. Like I said, don't have to, definitely no pressure, but Jeremy, thank you so much. Good morning, Cliff Anderson. So anyway, the reason the chainsaw, back to that the reason I'm getting an EE one, Bruce, is that it just straps to the forks. It's super universal. So I can just it takes 5 minutes to put it on, whereas the Dart one takes a bit to get on and off it because it's made specifically for the bike. There's bolts, there's stuff behind. Anyway, whatever. The EE one, you just yank the number plate or headlight off, strap it to the forks, and away you go. Jeremy, thank you so much. And yeah, I love this too, by the way. Bruce Kennedy, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you guys make this, whatever. I love it. And I mean, as far as the whole YouTube money thing goes, I am really trying to grow this thing into almost like a separate business. Like the shop is never going away, and not as long as I'm alive. And there will always be this content coming from the shop because I think it's important for people who care about the motorsports world and who want to learn to see what happens in a real shop, not just someone's super clean studio where they work on 1 or 2 bikes and don't have any problems because everything's all shiny and happy. Anyway, so I think that's important, but I really do want to grow this into a separate business so I can afford to buy all the cool new things that come out and test them, bikes, all that stuff. That's really a goal. It's going to take a lot of work, but hopefully. Kevin O'Laughlin felt pressured for the super chat. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, I love you so much. And we all know that you are lying. You are a very, very generous man. I thank you. Datsun, try a brushless chainsaw, probably lighter. So that is, Jeremy, yes, giving it time. Wow. Ronnie Nelson coming in hot. Thank you so much for the super chat. The brushless chainsaws, those electric chainsaws are freaking super rad. I might, now that I've got multiple chainsaws, maybe I'll have Jimmy Nyhart, I love you. Maybe I'll have a bunch of different things and we can take people out on a short, cutting day. I think an electric chainsaw would be sick. I don't know if they're lighter. They might be lighter. I don't know. I don't really care about. I mean, once you put a chainsaw on the front of your bike, who cares how light it is? It doesn't matter. It's heavy. But The one thing about the brushless, the electric chainsaws, is that while people, it's like, oh, it lasts. They don't last this. They don't last that long. They do okay. They do better than you think, and they do really, really awesome. And Roger Hurd, yes, you do donate 125s, not cash. Thank you so much. Um, um, yeah, Bruce Kennedy, I have the Ryobi on my bike, but you do way more than it can handle. That's the thing. On a big day when we cut 60, 80, 100 trees when we're out for a day, you'd have to carry so many batteries. And it's, by the way, the electric chainsaws are expensive. Maybe not the Ryobis, but the Steels are crazy expensive. And yeah, Jimmy and I heard big trees will kill it. Yeah, when you're dealing with like, a 2 foot, 2.5 foot diameter tree or even bigger, you're gonna burn through it. So anyway, I think the chainsaws are really cool. I think they're really great for people who are just carrying a chainsaw just in case. Like there might be one or two trees that just fell down, but like most trails have been cleared. But when we're going out early season, purposely clearing things, yeah, it's just not going to do it. So that's all there is to it. But I might get one. So again, that's another reason I'd love to grow this channel big enough to be a whole separate revenue stream. Is just go buy two or three of those things and test them and see which one lasts the longest and all that stuff. But that would be prohibitively expensive. Jimmy Nyhart, I'm so sad that your OnlyFans isn't keeping up with your spending habits. Yeah, Jeremy Mullen, the saw I have is perfect, and that MS-170 is so good too. Dustin Rushton, thank you for the good luck on the Shady. Thank you very much. I'm going to need luck, plus hopefully some skill and some. I don't know. I'm on row 2. I think I'm actually really excited about that since it's not like burned in new trails anywhere, so it should be no problem following the trail. I'm excited to be on row 2. No dust. I don't think there's gonna be dust anyway. But then also no big holes of just chewed up stuff from all the other people who've banged through it. I'm excited about that. I haven't Milwaukee Imaging with the 12 batteries now. It's not lighter. We cleared probably 60 logs over 12-inch with one battery. Huh. That's good, Robbie Charles. That is actually really, really good. Dude, I saw a pic of the mud. I know it's not mud. Like you, shut up. I know. There you go. Coming off that are great for light trail work. So, Robbie, what we need to do is, like I said, what we need to do is get someone to donate one, used one or whatever, and we'll take it out. And oh yeah, Jeremy Mullen. Yeah, I cleaned up a little bit, not too much. But and just go side to side, like in every big log have one cut. That'd be cool. That's a good thing. Like have one cut me with the E, one with the gas, and just go all day and see what happens. Because I believe you. So that they did that good. So I don't know. Let's try it out. It'd be cool. Oh yeah, Roger, take the hat off. It's a little crazy here, but I got shortish hair. So yeah. All right, guys, it's 8:05. I just realized. Anyway, I actually have to go back home real fast, grab my kid because his motorcycle's right over there and it is not ready for the Shady Burrow. So that little dude's got some work to do today, and he's got a bunch of work to do around here to pay for the tires that we're putting on there. Third person with and I have a Silky too. Silky saws, like the big fold. Those things are. I've cleared some huge trees with those. It sucks, but you can do it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being here. Punk Rock Club, thank you for watching to the end. You know that I love you way more than everyone else. I love you guys so much. Matt Andreas, dude, it has been awesome watching you ride all that gnarly stuff. My new bike is getting set up for hard enduro. I'm excited. I love you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. I cannot say thank you enough. It really does mean an absolute ton to me. Have an awesome day. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels. And as always, I hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, ride, and maybe, just maybe, get out and race your dirt bikes.